Yes, we are live. And yes, the sound quality is on point this time. Obviously, the last one wasn't the greatest. I had to fix the issue. I have fixed the issue. And now, this is the next episode of the Chinksey Sports presents the Arsenal podcast. So, yeah, anyway, I want to talk about Declan Rice, as many people have been doing so over the past few weeks. Yeah, Declan Rice. The saga is ongoing. You know, Man City coming into the race for him, seemingly a two-horse race now. They seemingly stolen a march on him as the front runners to get his signature. However, I don't think that is the case. I still think he's coming to Arsenal, and I'll tell you why. Okay, there's many reasons why. Firstly, what do you mean one moment? Anyway, yeah, there's many reasons why I think he will opt to join Arsenal. Obviously, that's provided our bids are both accepted, or at least ours is anyway, by West Ham. All right, let's go into it. So, firstly, I understand that that is his first preference. Coming into Arsenal, he obviously sees us as a good project with young players. He's someone that can come into the team and enhance us and improve what we have. Probably come into the left centre midfielder role. If not, he'll come into the defensive midfield position where Thomas Partey plays. And obviously, whether Partey stays or goes, Rice will be in the team. Nevertheless, whether it's just a matter of where he plays. He's obviously a player that can play as a centre back, but I don't think he will play as a centre back at Arsenal. I think it's just literally one of two positions, which will be left centre mid or in front of the back four, where he's played for West Ham and he's excelled there. Whereas if he was to join Man City, he would have his work cut out to get into the first team. I don't think he'll be a direct replacement for Ilkay Gundogan because obviously Mateo Kovacic is coming already. They've also got Phil Foden there already. So there's going to be fierce competition as Calvin Phillips is found last season. And everyone says all the Man City players excel in their second season. So what are you telling me? Calvin Phillips is going to suddenly become a world class player and go in their first team? Not for me, nah. Because obviously Rodri ain't going nowhere. And Rodri is obviously the best defensive midfielder in the world at this moment. So think about it, if Rodri's in there and they've got Kevin De Bruyne, then they've got people like Phil Foden who's probably going to come and play centrally. Then they've got Calvin Phillips there. Then they've got Mateo Kovacic there as well. Where's the space for Rice? Like, I mean, he will get game time, but he's not a guaranteed starter. Obviously, that ain't gonna affect his England prospects because he will be in that starting 11, regardless, no matter what. He will definitely be in that team for the Euros. But for me, also another reason, a strong reason, which I said yesterday to my friend, was basically Declan Rice has a legitimate chance of becoming a fully fledged Arsenal legend with a statue of him outside the ground if he has a great career. Like, let's say he has an exceptional 7-8 years with the club, wins some titles, brings us the title back, you know, the Champions League, things like that. You got a legitimate opportunity to really write history and become an absolute legend, just like you've done for West Ham. Whereas at Man City, you're just going to be one of many. Don't want to say a side man, but you know what I'm saying. You're going to be one of many. And you probably won't be rated like that. People like, you're going to have to get in the kind of waiting line, as Jack Grealish has found. He's been kind of swarmed out. He's been kind of shunted to the side by people like Erling Haaland, people like Kevin De Bruyne, people like Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan. You get me? So man's in like, it's probably gonna be fifth in line. You're just gonna be one of many. You know what I mean? People probably say he's underrated and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it's a thing where if you join Arsenal, you're gonna be a real prominent figure and probably one of the leaders straight away. Opportunity to actually be the guy that helps drag us back to, our glory days and bring success back to the club. Also, obviously, we're the side that has shown the most interest from the outset. We've been interested in him since at least January. So, and I understand he's given Arteta and the club his word that he wants to come. So if you want to come, then honor your word. Man City, I understand. Yeah, of course, it's a really attractive prospect to join them. But is that what you want? You just want to go there, win a few trophies, and just be there, or do you want to be part of a project where you're like kind of the main figure? Like you have towards winning. This is what we want. We want to win the league. We want to challenge. We want to do well in the Champions League. Like for me, next season, the only acceptable things are another league challenge, to lift the trophy. I would say the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and yeah, just to get far in the cups and to win one. We must win a trophy this season. So to give us the best opportunity of doing so, we must have the best players, because of teams like Man City just hoovering up all the titles. They're winning everything. So it's important to give us the best possible chance of competing and being competitive and winning something. We must get this player, Declan Rice, and others, because if we just bring him in, that's not enough. We need, maybe a Caicedo, maybe a Lavia, I don't know. I feel like we need two midfielders in there. We need, I don't know, Havertz, you could argue, is that centre forward cover. So I don't think we will get a striker after Havertz is confirmed. However, yeah, I feel like we need another defender. It looks like that's going to be Jurriën Timber coming in. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's work to do there, and obviously a lot of players will be leaving the club, like Granit Xhaka. Thomas Partey looks like he's going to leave. So if Partey does leave, then Rice comes in for him, and I wouldn't say it's an upgrade, but it's a very able replacement, and it's a young player that has scope for improvement. He's only 24, so he's only going to get better under the tutelage of Mikel Arteta. He's only going to get better. That rhymes. That rhymes, bruv. Yeah, I didn't even mean that. But yeah, he's only going to get better, really, and yeah, I know a lot of the fan base are getting they're up in arms about, oh, you've buggered it up. Edu out, Edu, all of that stuff, like, Edu in, Edu out, like, you know what I'm saying? It has a ring to it, though, Edu out. But nah, I mean, I think we have a great shout of getting the player, provided we bid what West Ham want, which is, I don't know, probably in excess of 100 million. It's just a matter of how the payments are structured. I understand we've made two bids this week, one of which was 75 million plus 15 add-ons, which would have definitely been our highest transfer fee for a player, usurping that Nicolas Pepe deal for 70 million a few years back. So yeah, I mean, if we're to bring him in, it will definitely be a club record deal, and something that the club know that they're gonna have to do if to stand any chance of competing with Man City next season, because it looks like they're just trying to bid for him because they don't want us to get him, quite frankly, and there's a dearth of quality midfielders in the world, really. Like, there's not many of them about, not many centre forwards about. So you probably got to get versatile players that can play as a false nine and things like that. That's probably why we got Havertz. The fact that he can play in a couple positions. Nobody knows what his best position is, but I personally think it's a good signing. It enhances our strength and depth. Not necessarily our starting 11, but our strength and depth definitely, because he's a player that can slot into the team seamlessly and has the qualities to do a good job for whoever he replaces, whether it's Jesus or Shaka or someone like that, where he can come in, or even an Odegaard where he can come in and we're not dropping quality. So yeah, there's work to do here. I'm optimistic that we can get the deal done. You know, some fans are thinking, oh, just because Man City have come in and bidded 100 million or so, that is it's game over. But I don't really think that. So it remains to be seen whether Man City can tie up that deal or we can get that deal done. Because I think we should get it completed. So yeah,